Hello, hello. Welcome to 5 Minute Marketing Morsels. So I've actually set my timer for 4 minutes and 44 seconds. So that gives me a little bit more time to kind of get into things and introduce myself. So my name is Renee Purdy, and I am the owner of Rising Star Designs and Communications. The actual LLC is Rising Star Entrepreneurial Enterprises LLC, which is a mouthful. So I'm here to talk to you about colors. Anybody who remembers, coloring with crayons and stuff like that, you all had your favorite colors. Mine happens to be purple. So I have tons of purple things around here. These are earrings courtesy of one of my best friends out in Maryland. Isn't this an amazing earring? Come on now. But my personal favorite is purple. So when I wanted to, show my personality, show how much I love color. And so for me, it was a no-brainer to do my colors in purple. So my mom's favorite color was yellow. And so purple and yellow are kind of my themes. I always tell people when I'm teaching them branding and when I'm teaching them to build their brand, not to do what I did necessarily of, picking your favorite color, because you want to pick a color that resonates with your target market. If you're in banking, you probably would have seen that a lot of people stick to blues and grays. A lot of the telco communications and things like that, even some of the bigger brands like, Burger King and stuff like that, you'll see a lot of oranges. Orange is a color that stands out very easily. Green is it's a color that people actually have color blindness for, but green is like for natural products and that kind of thing. So, you definitely want to stand out, but you don't want people to look at your brand and not being able to figure out kind of what category it is, because we have cues. We have set up cues based on things that we see in the marketplace. So you definitely want to stand out, but you want to make sure that your colors aren't so strange that people are like, that they don't get it. And so one thing you want to remember, first of all, is think of your target market. You want to do some research. You want to do some focus groups, perhaps, to think about what is going to resonate with them. Every single thing you do has to resonate with them. And so color theory, when you look at color theory, it's a topic we could spend days, weeks, months on. When I studied in Australia, we actually had an amazing course, and part of what we looked at was color theory and how it influences buying. And so that's another thing you have to think about. Even when they're looking at, and I'm a vegan now, but even when they're looking at packaging meat and that kind of thing, there's certain colors they can't use because you're going to go, like blue, for example. If you have blue and you have a meat product, it does not look appetizing. Green with a meat product, it does not look appetizing. So really have to think about your product as well as your industry category when you're thinking of your colors. You also want to think of the fact that colors convey emotions. They make people feel some kind of way. Part of the reason when they looked at, the orange jumpsuits for prisoners or what have you, they didn't necessarily want to make them feel great, but they didn't want to give them certain colors that were going to make them agitated. Red would have probably been a color that made them quite agitated. You'll find in different types of, mental health communities, they're going to have more soothing colors. You're going to find that, you're not going to use, yellows in certain circumstances because it's going to give people a different kind of feeling. And so it's all about, what emotion you're trying to convey, and the colors in conjunction with, of course, your fonts, which I'll discuss in another marketing morsel, all create that feeling of your brand. And so there's so many different ways that you can express that. There's so many different things that you can use in conjunction with your logo to make sure that it's pleasing to the person. You also have to remember, and we'll talk about logo design in another broadcast, but just a preview for logo design, you have to make sure it looks good in black and white. Well, guys, that is my timer. I'm going to go ahead and press cancel on that. I'm going to reintroduce myself. Again, I'm Renee Purdy. I help people with writing, editing, design. You can find me on msrisingstar.com, and I'll see you next time for the next 5-minute marketing morsel. Bye for now.